Okay guys, this is going to be a little different. So my original recording ended up not recording my voice. So this is going to be yet another one of my really crappily made voiceovers. So yeah, sorry about that. In any case, this time around I would call this our resistance crew. At the time of recording, I did not realize if I was going to be keeping these 4 monsters that I mentioned in the YouTube description here, but I ended up doing so no worries. If my next recording, which is probably going to be when we fight the Magmen, is a little confused, well, that's why it might sound like that, so just a heads up. Anyway, I had to level up my hero alongside us this time because to get the final member of our party, he has to be level 35 to recruit him. So I figured, you know what, let's level him up alongside us. He's just not allowed to participate in the boss fights. I don't really see that as a big deal anyway. It's better than having to just kill him off and then only grind him up a bunch when I need him to be higher level, you know? Anyway, here's our equipment. As you can see, I got the Greenham Whip. I'm going to pause it. There we go. I have the Greenham Whip. I went into the casino to get as much tokens as I can to get it because he needs it. Idleby, our CrossEye here, is soloing the Dowager, and it's possible for him to do it, but it's still very difficult. He maxes out at level 20. He's also going to be our main healer. It's going to be a little tricky with him, but you also want to bring it alongside you in Elfin Elixir to just in case he runs out of MP. And yeah, this is where I'm pointing out, yeah, I have equipment on the hero, because again, I use him for random battles. And also for travel when eventually he'll get zoom and such, but that's it. But yeah, in any case though, it's going to be a little bit different. It's also my first time soloing the Dowager. Now, it's not that she's very difficult or anything, but she is tricky with Idleby. Because Idleby has quite a few different powers and whatnot. Also, I was healing him up because I realized, oh crap, I forgot to heal him. In any case, Idleby isn't really a main attacker or anything, but he has to be because he's by himself. He has abilities too that can help him fight even better too, but the thing is, again, he's supposed to be our main healer. In any case though, a lot of this is going to have us short on party members as we fight through the rest of this game. Alright, anyway, we're getting started, so let's fight. For boss time, Faux Dowager. Okay, now for this I just let the monsters do whatever, and Idleby's literally just going to be attacking and healing, for the most part anyway. Monsters just kind of constantly use items until he dies, or defends, whatever. Now, the trick here is you want to have Idleby kill any summons immediately, because if they start ganging up on him, he's not going to be able to out-heal and he'll just die. Especially the Bag of Laughs. The Bag of Laughs are so dangerous. Good thing is with the Greenham Whip and the levels he's at, he can one-shot just about all the... Yeah, he can one-shot all the summons that are, well, summoned. Now, you want to make sure you keep your HP above 90 or so, because if Faux Dowager decides to take a deep breath and use Muster Strength on herself, she can do between 80 to 90 damage. You don't want to die. You don't need to be a one-shot. So that's why every time I went below about 90 damage, 90 hit points is when I would heal. Which could make you run out of MP, so you, again, gotta be a little careful. The good thing about CrossEye friend here is that he actually has some pretty good resistances. In fact, our whole group does. So, like, even the Fire Breath, he has at least, like, a little bit. I think it's like 20% resistance to Fire Breath, so it's something. Now, you could also Dazzle Flash, but I didn't find it really necessary to do here. Because, you know, for the most part, you were just like, it's okay. If you waste the turn on that, there's times where she'll just still hit anyway. Dazzle's not that strong in Reckless 5, so yeah, don't bother. Now, another thing is, you could also have him Muster Strength, but as it is, Idleby might need to heal at any time, and it would interrupt the Muster Strength. You're better off just getting as much damage out as possible. Muster Strength does do more damage, though, overall in the end. Yeah. And, yeah, for the most part, that's the general strategy. You just gotta make sure you keep going, and take care. Yeah, ouch. And make sure you're still stay healthy. Now, a fun moment is gonna be happening soon here. But yeah, I was mentioning how these add-ons, these summons that come in, can be really, really painful. Well, you're about to see how painful they'll be. I'm basically spoiling the video ahead of time, and I'm sorry. But you'll see it in the chapter system anyway. But yeah, so we kill it, and this bag of laughs first off fizzles Idleby, and we just missed twice. Then he confuses us, and then we're just stuck here. I'm just getting confused. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you, game? I didn't have anything to help out with this either, so it's just like, crap, I'm confused. Alright, I'll just keep attacking. That would be a problem, but no, it's just going on. I ended up fast-forwarding it a bit, too, because it's just getting ridiculous. And, you know, now the heel slime joins in on the fun, and it's just like, oh god, no. Yeah, you're gonna see me fail pretty badly. It's just like, what the hell is wrong? But this is the pure example of why you do not want to deal with these summons. And I kept missing too, even after I was not confused. It's just so ridiculous. Yeah, you don't want to be dealing with that as you're doing this, that's for sure. But anyway, that's it though for this fight. You're gonna have the normal live recording and for the Magmen fight. So I'll see you there, guys. Bye-bye. Okay guys, we're back here at our next boss fight with this challenge run at Mount Mageddon. We only have 2 people, which we've done in the past, but it's just going to be Idleby and Poppet. Now this is the first showing of Poppet, but in any case, first up, here's our CrossEye with the gear that they currently have. Pretty good strength. They're going to be maxing out soon, however, so they're not going to be as good later, but for now, they're still damn good. They got one of the best attacks here, but, you know, Poppet's not that bad either. Poppet's actually a weird type of fighter. Got some decent defensives, too. It's just odd. They got an equipment set up similar to... You know, I'm not sure which ones come directly to mind, because they don't have, like, access to the Metal King sword as far as I'm aware, so otherwise I'd have them equipped to it. But they have access to other pretty decent weapons, so they have the Serpent Sword at the moment. They only have Weirder Dance and Bounce at the moment, but they get an okay attack spell much later, Kaswoosh. Hopefully we'll be able to use it. I think it's much later. But in any case though, yeah, Poppet here is going to be joining us, and it's going to be these two for, unfortunately, quite a bit, because our, at least, if my intended party goes through here, I'm actually going to say what my intended party is. And we're going to find out if it actually becomes that much later. The intended party is going to be CrossEye, Magic Marionette, Hades Helm, which we can only get in the 3rd generation, and the final one was supposed to be Great Dragon. However, Great Dragon you could only get once you get into the Dark World, so I'd have to, you know, just barely make it by with just the... Well, these two for Generation 2, and Hades Helm for most of Generation 3. Because you can't get the Hades Helm until you get access to Diggory Pokery, I think is the earliest. So, and I don't remember the order for that, but I think it's just after Lofty Heights, I'm not sure. Or Lofty Ways, whatever the loft place that is where you get the magic carpet and such. Anyway, I just showed you the items. We got a bunch of medical herbs and an elfin elixir on Idleby. Don't worry about the stuff from anti-magic. And Poppet here's got a Yigleaf and metal senile herbs. They both got a Yigleaf for just in case. You shouldn't need it though. This is actually not too bad, especially because the crew I proposed just now, they actually have some pretty damn good resistances on them. So, we should actually be pretty okay. Anyway, it's time for boss time. Alright, so we got the Magmen here. The worst is usually their breath, but luckily, Poppet has some pretty damn good resistances to fire breath, and Idleby has okay resistance to it, but it has more HP to compensate. Now, what you can do is Sweet Breath, Dazzle Flash to mess them up, to slow them down, but honestly, it's not necessary. You could just attack it through it. I'm even going to Dazzle Flash once, and then I'm just going to attack for the most part. Dazzled condition, yeah, see 34-16. Dazzled condition doesn't do as much as it used to in the past. So, all right, we're okay. They do the maximum damage that they could do to Idle Beast 30, so 30, 60, 90. You can attack. You want Idle Bee to attack because they can do multi-damage there. Alright, Idle Bee's gonna be mid-healing. Magmen's just gonna only attack. There's Bounce doesn't do anything in this case. Okay, yeah, the misses are helping. Yeah, Poppet's more vulnerable to the regular damage than anything. I'm gonna go try one Sweet Breath. Okay, 2 of them put to sleep. Not bad. You know what? Why don't you muster strength? Yeah, one woke up. Go ahead and just attack now. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, they could see again. You know, muster strength actually would be probably better in the long run, but Idle Bee sometimes has to heal, and muster strength doesn't transfer to that. Also, if you hear a little bit of noises in the background, my dogs are here. We could just attack. Once you know the damage thresholds, you're usually just fine. But yeah, Poppet does decent damage, and once we get access to some better equipment, we'll be fine. But anyway, yeah, that's the Magmen. Not too bad for our, I guess, our furry brown and, we have furry brown and our striped brown and blue creepy-ass mannequin here. I'm trying to think of a theme other than, you know, being tan or brown colored, because there's some bad connotations there. In any case, that's it for the Magmen. I think the next fight's going to be at the Rite of Passage, I think. If not, I don't know. I can't think at the moment, but I'll see you there. Okay, guys, we're here at the Rite of Passage, and things get a little more difficult here. Well, first things first. We have our levels here. Idle Bee is at their max level, and I had to throw a bunch of stat seeds on them just to get them okay, at least, because it's a little dangerous to... It's a little dangerous to keep our main healer's HP at the base amount, which was around 200. So I gave all my life seeds and resistance seeds to Idle Bee so that he can survive a little bit longer. You can see his equipment over in the upper left, but yeah, this can be tricky because the Rite of Passage main boss, Robbin Hood, can critical hit and it just means death. Idle Bee has a very small chance to survive it, but unfortunately Poppet does not have any chance at all. Poppet does not have enough HP. The good thing is, though, it's not like Poppet's going to be like this forever. We could level grind a little bit more, but I've been able to do this at these levels, so I want to try it at these levels. You might see one loss here, who knows. In any case, Idle Bee's got an Elfin Elixir and a couple Yig Leaves in case someone goes down. And as for Poppet upgraded with the Dream Blade, which is not really as helpful in this fight as it would be for the random battles that he has. That part, it helps out a lot because I could just randomly put people to sleep. Anyway, they have the Dream Blade, some medicinal herbs, and then the Yig Leaves, which is the only thing that's actually important. The rest of the stuff is just for crowd control when we're fighting enemies, random enemies and all that. But yeah, also, Poppet has the spiked armor, because right now that's the best defense I can get them. Which, it also can help out in this fight a little bit. Not as much as you'd like, though. It doesn't do nearly as much damage. It'd be great if it was 50%, but it's more like, I don't know, 10, 13, 15%. 15%, something like weird number. But in any case, yeah, this is the order you want it in, because if he crits, someone's going to probably die. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'll meet you at the fight. Okay, and here we are. First things first, we want to Dazzle Flash to make Robbin Hood and Hippoblocamus hopefully miss. Alright, that's okay. We're gonna ignore Hippoblocamus. The main thing is you want to take out Robbin Hood. I would muster strength to do extra damage with Idleby, but Idleby is the healer, so it doesn't really work out well. Now, Idleby did get hit, but he could last another round. You want Idleby to do most of the damage where they can. Alright, now Poppet can't take a hit, so we're going to go ahead and heal, while Poppet's just going to keep attacking. That's okay, that way you can go ahead and full heal, you can attack. Yeah, Dazzle only helps just a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and mid-heal. Robbin Hood can see again, so we want to Dazzle Flash. Very good. Unfortunately, it doesn't help much, but it's something. Okay, now you can help attack. It sucks when your healer is your best attacker. We're going to let Idleby go ahead and just keep attacking. My test runs had me die multiple times, but survive the fight in the end. Yeah, go ahead and mid-heal anyway. Now, Poppet possibly could survive another hit, but it can get a little dicey. Alright, you're mid-healing now. You want to keep attacking. You could fizzle him, but I'm worried that that would just encourage him to critical hit, and I'd rather him not. Alright, he mid-healed. They both could see again. You're gonna go ahead and Dazzle Flash still. Of course. Go ahead and mid-heal Poppet. Yeah, we're probably falling behind a little bit on the damage over his mid-heal. Okay, that's fine. Luckily, when he attacks Poppet, it's like he's getting attacked for free, so that's okay. We could do this. It's surprising how tough this fight could actually be when you only have 2 versus 2 here. Alright. We're gonna full heal. Oh, that's a juicy crit right there. Poppet, thank you. But yeah, if someone died, I would have just had someone revive the other. Generally, you won't get too unlucky. And now Hippoblocamus is very easy. And there you go. But that was a little more challenging than I would have liked, and that's definitely not a good thing to be. Well, it's kind of foreboding. Let's put it that way. I don't know how they're going to be when it comes to the Generation 3 fights. But they still have to get through Generation 2, so I guess I'll meet you in the... I think was it Talon Towers? Where we have to fight those pawns and Kon the Knight. I'll meet you there. Okay guys, we're here at Nightmare Towers, and we're going to be fighting the pawns. As usual, the pawns aren't going to be too big of a deal, but I still show them out of habit at this point. I'm not even going to show off what our setup, because they're just not important. I'll show the setup for before Kon, but I did level up a bit, so not by much, but just a little bit. Anyway, for this fight, it's literally just going to be attack, and Poppet here has the Dream Blade, so you want him to just attack as often as possible to possibly put him to sleep. And as for Idleby is going to go ahead and muster strength because that gives him the best damage output possible. Ooh, and put to sleep right away. Okay, we're good. Yeah, he's gonna get woken up sometimes, but that's okay. Technically, you could also spam Sweet Breath with Idleby, but it's not worth it when you have the Dream Blade on Poppet. Also, you may notice Poppet's in the first slot, ahead of Idleby. That's because I'd rather keep our medic safer and put him in the back now. Even though Poppet right now really doesn't have the HP for this. Oh yeah, and Kasap's probably the only thing that's kind of bad here that you might have to worry about, because now his attack is actually pretty dangerous, but, well, as you can see, it really didn't matter. So, that was Pawn 1. I'll meet you in the next one then. And here we are outside of Pawn 2. For boss time, sort of. Mini-boss, I guess. The Chimaera Pawn time. Now the Chimaera, it can be a little tricky, but the good thing is Idleby and Poppet, they have really good resistances. So we're gonna try to keep the same strategy here, except we might actually need to heal. And also, I'm pretty sure that the Chimaera is immune to snooze, or if not, pretty resistant. But yeah, Poppet for now is not going to be too much, but I think at later levels he's decent, especially when he has better equipment. Now, what you could also do if you really want to is use the bounce spell on Idleby so that anytime it uses spells, it'll reflect, and Idleby could still heal Poppet. But I don't know, I don't really find it super necessary, but it's just like, well, it's there. Because he can heal himself through bounce, he just can't heal other people that would have the bounce spell on. Alright, Poppet's going to need a healing after this. I'm going to risk it. Go ahead and go for the attack. The problem is, both of them are slow. You're fine. Oh, that could have been not fine. Yeah, I kind of played a little hot and loose there. I probably should have defended as Poppet, but whatever. I was just looking at the damage numbers. Also, the mid-heal is kind of the reason why you really want that muster strength, because it'll basically cut through a mid-heal and more. Yeah, that was like 150 healed. Ooh, that's not that good. Here, I'm going to have you go ahead and bounce you again. You muster strength again. Idleby with the whip is really good, though. The Greenham whip, at this point. That way he can actually be a decent attacker. The only problem is, though, with him being the best attacker, it makes healing a little more annoying. Especially because you have to set it up with muster strength. At least if you want to get the a good amount of damage in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, also Poppet has spiked armor, so physical damage gets reflected. Anyway, I'll meet you at Kon, and we'll actually talk about setup there. Okay, here we are at Kon the Knight. He's got a bit of a similar strategy as with the Chimaera, but for the most part, he shouldn't be too much of an issue. We do have to deal with getting our hero revived, but that's okay. Anyway, now we can actually go into our setup here. So, Poppet here, as you can see, stat-wise, is kind of being well-rounded, but it has a pretty good equipment pool. And in fact, they can probably equip some of the alternate best swords in the game. They can't use the Metal King sword, but they can use the Falcon sword, which I'm going to experiment with, but if I remember right, it's not that great. Their best weapon is the Hell Saber, which we probably won't be getting until near Nadiria times, so... And anyway, with CrossEye, CrossEye is max level. I put some seeds on them, so they have a little bit more HP and MP than they normally would. I think he gets, on average, like 50-something, 52. So I raised it up a little bit. Elfin elixirs are going to be required much later, that's what I'm noticing. But yeah, he's got pretty good stats now. They're just going to totally fall off later, so the good thing is he has a lot of resistances at least. And one other thing, since I actually have to level monsters up, I have to get them up to level 35 if I keep following the current party that I mentioned to you guys earlier in either another video or another clip, I'm not sure. Yeah, I have to get him up to level 35 for the last one, and he get to 29 for 3rd generation, so we'll probably have to level him up one more before we get the 3rd recruit. But yeah, since I've been leveling up, that was a whole tangent. Well, I got more spells of his access, and so we have access to Kerplunk. So, when I really need to, I'm just going to spam Kerplunk and whenever I need him dead. So this is going to be kind of useful, and it also is good in case people have to take damage when I need to wait for him to die or something, you know? It kind of works out that way. So it's a one-time heal for all of them, and as long as I use it right away, I don't think it's anything wrong with that. Alright, as for items, yeah, Poppet has medicinal herb for shits and giggles, really. The main thing is 1 yig leaf, 1 elfin elixir for oh shit, oh emergencies. And as for Idleby, same thing, bunch of yig leaves, and also has the Zenithian shield if I want to use bounce on myself, but generally, right now, we don't really want to do that. We'll let Poppet cast bounce on Idleby. Anyway, let's get started. Deborah is gonna make this little fun comment, and... Oh, she took one of our Yiggly's and revived him. You know, I'm actually curious. We're gonna find out something together here. Right after this, we're going to use Kerplunk and see if that will trigger the next part of the dialogue, or part of the battle here, because the first part of the battle is essentially scripted, in a sense. We have to wait until Monsters gets to half health, and then the script forwards to Deborah debuffing him, and then we can actually, you know, defeat him. Because right now he has an impossible amount, a very high amount of defense, immune to basically everything. Yeah, he's 511 defense, 220 attack, 255 MP, heals 100 HP per round. You're not gonna be able to do anything. So let's see what happens when we just Kerplunk in the first thing, and you two defend because there's no point in attacking right now. All right, you frizzle, and then it does forward things. Will I get my MP back, though? That's the question. I do! I get everything back, but only for monsters. Well, we'll just Kerplunk again. Alright, you're going to... Actually, no, you're not going to attack. You're going to cast Bounce on Idleby. Idleby's going to Muster Strength. Also, yeah, Monsters leaves us whole before he dies, which I'm okay with. You don't have anything you want to do because you want to keep yourself unbounced. That sounds weird to say. But yeah, you get a little extra damage that way. Go ahead and heal yourself, because Idleby is the better attacker right now. Oh, okay, you're going to defend, let him attack, and then you're going to heal. But yeah, we are highly resistant to these spells anyway. Yeah, go ahead and defend and let him full heal you so you don't die. Because I don't know how reliably faster we are than Kon. You don't want to muster strength, you just go ahead and attack this time. That's okay. As you notice, I did about 70 damage that way and like 175 when I muster strength first. Alright, I was expecting bounce to go down, but okay, muster strength. Okay, bounce is down now. Also, yeah, we can bounce back his physical attack with Pop It, so that's kind of cool. Alright, bounce on Idleby and you attack. 180, yeah, that is amazing. Alright, you're gonna attack and you go ahead and full heal Pop It. Well, here's the thing, like, our two buddies here have a early level, max level cap, so Idleby's at max at 20, Poppet's gonna max, I think, at 30. So yeah, things are gonna be a little weird with stat-wise, and hopefully I won't need to grind for seeds like I did for the Kunks and Pips. I'm really hoping not, anyway. Alright, you just keep attacking. Why don't you give yourself a full heal again, Idleby? Well, not again, but another one. Alright, bounce is off. Put bounce on you. You can muster strength again. Oh god, that hurt you. But we got him to kill himself. That's perfect. Alright. Well, that was a fun way to kill him, at least. I guess Idleby should be ahead anyway for this part of the game, but I don't know. I get worried that he gets focused down on, so maybe for boss battles, you probably should keep him in front, but for wild battles, keep him in back so he doesn't get ganged up on. If Poppet dies, it's oh well, waste a Yiggly. If Idleby dies, well, it's still waste a Yiggly, but if it's in battle and Poppet's starting to already low on HP, it's a little disastrous, so, you know. Anyway, I will meet you guys over in Gen 3. I don't know what boss fight we're going to do after that, actually, so, well, it'll be a surprise for me, and you guys will see. Okay, guys, we're here at Slon the Rook. I did try out doing Bjorn, but Bjorn is a little out of our reach at the moment. Right now, here's our levels. Idleby's still maxed out at 20, so he's not going to be getting any more new levels, but we recruited our third-party Helmet, the Hades Helm. He did not start with a lot of HP, but he only recently started getting level ups where he actually got like 10 HP each. So I had to level him up for quite a bit, up to level 24, just to get his HP to this. 200 seems to be a minimum that we're going to need for at least this part of the game, and probably for Bjorn. He has the identical equipment pool as the Rotten Apple, so this is the best gear he can get. Steel Fangs, Tortoiseshell, and Top Hat. He does actually have a couple spells, or rather skills, but they're not very necessary. Body Slam basically kills him to weaken somebody, and it doesn't work on bosses. Spooky Aura and Dazzle Flash. Dazzle Flash is somewhat useful, but Spooky Aura, I rarely find it useful. Sheen's gonna be kind of nice when we run into cursed enemies, but that's about it. He is also exceptionally slow at only 40 agility, but he's got okay stats. He's got a little bit better than Rotten Apple, other than the agility part. That resilience is very good. And as for Magic Marionette here, he's gotten some pretty good stats as he grew a little bit here. He's getting a little bit more strength, but his strength's not going to be up too much higher. I do think I'm going to be designating my strength seeds to him, though. He seems to be the best use for it, at least. And, CrossEye, as mentioned, is still the same. I just gave him Meteorite Bracer. As for items set up, Idlebee's got the Flame Shield, which is the best shield they can get. Flowing Dress, arguably the best armor they can get. Thinking Cap, I think is the best helmet they can get. Might be able to get the Metal King Helm, possibly, I'm not sure. And we already had the Green Hem Whip, and I already mentioned the Meteorite Bracer. They got one Elfin Elixir and should be fine for this fight. This fight, don't worry about it too much, though. I just want to show up the general items I have. This fight doesn't matter. We already know that. For Poppet, Poppet's going to be the item switcher. Falcon Blade for neutral targets. Dragon's Banes for dragons. He can almost one-shot some of the black dragons. And does heavy damage to the metal ones. Dream Blade, if we really need someone to go to sleep, it's kind of useful still. Fairy Foil he can't equip but uses it for defense, and Zombie's Bane for the zombie enemies we run into, and a Yiggly for just in cases. As for Helmet, Helmet's going to be in a funny position. See, Helmet is so slow that he can basically heal whatever damage he took for that round. So that's what I kind of put him to, since his attack's not that great right now. Higher levels he might actually be able to contribute to the attack, but for the most part he's just a tank and really slow support. He has some packs of punches that we won't be using this time, but I also basically designated him the slow item user, so to speak. But anyway, that's it for setup. Let's just go ahead and beat the crap out of Slon. Yes, yes. Slon the Rook. Alright. So for this, as you can see on the upper screen here, Helmet's on Focus on Healing. This way he could heal whoever gets hurt during the fight. So, Idlebee is just going to attack. For this, none of the other swords really matter, so Falcon Blade's your best. Also, I forgot to mention him with his magic ability pool here. He got Sultry Dance and Swoosh, so if you really want to, you could Sultry Dance the whole time, but that's even slower. You're better off just attacking. Our attacks are not very good, but Helmet can basically just recover them, because he can only attack once, and that's all he does. So, this fight is literally just fighting over and over, Helmet heals, and that's it. Once again, you could just stun lock him like I usually do. It's just not really worth it, so don't bother. I mean, I could have Helmet doing that instead, while these guys just whittle him down. This is the unfortunate thing where not having, like, oomph kind of sucks. And again, we could use those packs of punches, but it's just like, you don't really need to. It's just going to be a little slower. And also, the pack of punch only helps with Poppet's first hit with the Falcon Sword, too. I haven't tried packs of punching his strongest sword, which is the Dragon's Bane at the moment, and seeing if that does better damage than a packs of punched Falcon Sword. But that might be a possibility, like, if you really wanted to do it, but I can imagine it being that much better. But yeah, Idlebee's finally not being the best attacker, which is kind of good, since they're supposed to be our healer. Helmet's going to have a fun roll, well, might have a fun roll later, I'm not sure yet. I forget if his max level is 30 or 40 or 50. On his last level up, he learns Kazing, which is pretty damn good. You could help out with just, you know, isolated reviving. But anyway, yeah, that's it for Slon the Rook. Literally just attack, 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 and let Helmet take care of the healing. So, that's it for Slon. I'll meet you at Ladja, which I'm not looking forward to. See you there. Okay guys, we're here at the Ladja fight. This one is a little bit more involved. See, none of us are really spectacularly strong. I mean, like, Idleby is probably the closest, but they're still not, like, greatly strong. And we don't have access to sap, so I don't know if that would really actually help with Ladja, come to think of it. But in any case, yeah, we're a little underpowered for this, but we can still do this. Helmet leveled up once while we were in between traveling over to him. Anyway, here's the official item setup for everybody now. Idleby's got Elfin Elixirs, a couple Yigglies for just in case, a Yigdu if things go really bad, but we shouldn't need to use it. The important thing is, everyone here is going to have a fairy foil. You can get one for free on the way to Fairy Lay, the path to Fairy Lay. It's in the maze. And you could also get more and buy some over in the Fairy Lay's TNT board. Yeah, you have to land on the shop icon in order to get them, but these will increase your defense. We need to just use them 3 times and we'll max out our defenses. And since this Ladja does not have Disruptive Wave, well, it'll stick. So the main thing is we're going to be first using Bounce with the Zenithian Shield, and then then we're going to Defense up, and then we're going to Pax a Punch, and then we're going to attack. So a lot of setup here. As for Poppet, the best weapon that he could use right now is the Falcon Blade, but he'll be using the Fairy Foil, Yigglies for emergencies, and a Pax a Punch, but we'll be counting on him to cast Bounce on Helmet, because Helmet has the lowest HP and does not have very good resistance to Kafrizzle. Poppet, however, has good resistance to Kafrizzle, and that's why we're not going to bother putting Bounce on him. So that's the plan anyway. You'll see it in a moment. And for Helmet, Helmet's going to be Staff of Salvationing again, healing most of the time, but will also be Fairy Foiling himself up to get his defenses up and all that. Elfin Elixir is just there. It should not be needed. Zenithian Sword is also the same thing. Like, I was wondering if I could use it for this, but it really is not necessary. Now, there is a chance that someone might die if there's an unlucky time where Ladja attacks twice on the same person, especially if it double Kafrizzles when someone's bounce is down. But other than Poppet, anyway. Poppet can survive that, and Idleby should be able to survive it. So there's a chance someone might die, but generally we should be okay. Anyway, that's it. Let's jump on in against Ladja, and let's just... Shut up. It's boss time. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and get our bounces up. So, Zenithian Shield, and you are going to use Bounce on Helmet. Helmet's going to, even though he's on Focus on Healing, he will, for the first turn, usually use the Fairy Foil if no one gets seriously hurt. And I think he's going to do that. Yep, no, he healed. That's okay. Alright. Next up, I'm going to, since we're all fully healed, I'm going to take them to follow orders. You are going to Fairy Foil, you are going to Fairy Foil, and you are going to Fairy Foil. That's okay. Yeah, see, Poppet, 34 damage only. Alright, now that everyone's got one, you're going to go back to Focus on Healing for a little bit. You go back to Fairy Foil. You go to Fairy Foil too? Yes. Poppet's fine. Okay, and then this is the last Fairy Foil. I'm gonna let Helmet stay on healing duty for the moment. Okay, and now we're gonna switch you back off. You need to muster strength, and you need to attack, and you're gonna Fairy Foil one more. We just need to get him up to his 3. But yeah, as you can see, Poppet's not... Oh, I forgot to do the Pax of Punches. That was my bad. Well, this one's not going to be very good. You go ahead and Pax of Punch yourself. And I'm going to have you go ahead and do your last Fairy Foil, because you should be fine. Okay. And that's it. You are going to go back to Focus on Healing. Alright. Go ahead and heal yourself first, because you can do that through Bounce. You already Fairy Foiled. You're just going to go ahead and attack. Did Helmet just defend instead? Oh wait, I think the bounce wore off. That's what it was. Alright, well you go ahead and Toxic Punch yourself. You cast Bounce on Idleby. Because Idleby can tank it usually, but it's still not very good. Alright, now you're going to muster Strength. You are going to use Bounce on Helmet. Okay, good. He only attacked Poppet there. And everyone has pretty good resistances to breath attacks, so we're not too bad. Alright, you attack, you attack. We're basically set now. The Staff of Salvation will cover us now. Alright, you already attacked, so you gotta muster again. Muster does slightly better damage than him just plain attacking. So that's what we're going with. I just gotta keep track of when I muster and when I must bounce as well. It's kind of cool though. Poppet gets to be a somewhat supporting role here. Okay, you can muster. But yeah, as you can see, Poppet does not have very good damage. Even with the Dragon Bane, it's still not very good either. Alright, you mustered, so you can attack. Alright, Idleby needs bounce. That's okay. Alright, and Helmet needs a bounce too. Alright, since you just attacked, I think you did anyway, you use bounce on yourself, you use bounce on Helmet. That's okay. Alright, you can muster, you can attack. Poppet's mostly just doing chip damage. Technically, Poppet could also be doing the healing, but as you can see, Helmet does not have very good damage options either. Even with items, the damage option's not much better. So you guys can just keep attacking. But yeah, this one's a bit of more of a tedious fight, that's for sure. Especially having to remember to muster strength, having to use bounces, and just ugh. The reason I don't use bounce on Poppet too, just for shits and giggles and all that, is because I'd rather him using Frizzle on Poppet, because the attack can be still a little bit rough. Poppet can at least take this. I forget if I attacked already. Yeah, alright. I had a muster. So bounce on Idleby needed. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and muster. You can use bounce on Idleby. Bounce is going to be needed on Helmet after this. Okay. Attack, bounce on Helmet. But yeah, we're just protecting our more vulnerable people with bounce. So, I think you just attacked, I don't remember. I'm just going to have you attack anyway, because I'd rather not waste a muster. Yeah. But yeah, you can see that was 60 compared to the 120, I think it was, with muster strength. Either way, this is a kind of an interesting turtle strategy, I gotta say. Alright, you can attack. 138 versus the 60. So it's like a little bit extra. Not by much, but just a little bit. I don't know if bounce wore off. Sometimes I don't pay attention enough here. Okay, we're still good. I forget if I muster... Yeah, okay, muster was up. Bounce on both is needed. Helmet is better, most needed for it. Oh wait, Helmet's just wore off. Okay, you go ahead and muster. You bounce on Helmet. I'd rather Idleby just keep mustering up. Especially because Poppet has enough MP for this. Go ahead and attack, and you bounce up Idleby. It's amazing how much Idleby generally has to do, though. Has to heal, has to attack. It's like, oh my god, you can't do anything else. I forgot if I had to muster or not there. It gets tough trying to keep track of all this. I don't even know. I think everyone's bounces are still up, too. But Ladja's is down. Ours is still up. That's good. Alright. And Helmet's is still up too. Good job. Go ahead and muster. Yeah, the breath attack's not that bad either. You guys can just keep attacking. How long? Has it been down this whole time or something, maybe? Or just this is just an extended amount of time? Alright, there we go. Helmet's is up now. Or down. Go ahead and bounce him. Idleby needs one. Go ahead and attack. But yeah, like I said, this one's the more tedious one. You'll get through it, it's just gonna take a while. I think you just attack, so go ahead and muster. Still, like, this crew is heavily defensive, it just doesn't have the oomph of attack. Or the spell, either. That's why we kind of need muster strength for this one. I normally kind of ignore muster strength, but this is the case where I really should be using it. And maybe I should have been using it before, too. Frizzle, that's okay. Alright, that was Ladja's bounce, I think? Yeah. Okay, you go and muster up. I kind of wish Poppet had muster strength, so I wonder how that would work with a Falcon Sword, or if it does. I think that was Helmet's going down. And there goes Idlebees. Very good. I don't remember if you attacked or not, so go ahead. Alright, he needs to muster. Oh, God. This is way too... This feels like it's way too much thinking needed to just get through it with these 3 people. Well, this is why we call it a challenge run, isn't it? Having to keep track of all this is just obnoxious. Okay, there it is, finally. Alright, we got through Ladja. Yeah, if you thought this was bad, you should have saw my attempt with, friggin' Bjorn. That's a nightmare right there. Which is who's probably going to have to be next, so I guess I'll see you there next. Okay guys, we're here at the Bjorn fight, and, well, my test run ended up being a little, I want to say lucky, I'm not sure. But it does mean, though, that we should be able to get through this okay, at least. It really depends what Bjorn feels like doing with his AI, so... Anyway, here's our people. You may notice Monsters is at level 35, which is the minimum we need him to be to recruit our last monster, the Great Fact. Which, if we beat Bjorn, that'll be who we get to go to... Well... Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I do have 2 more bosses first, but soon I'll be picking him up. If we can survive, at least, for the next fights. But anyway, yeah. He's at minimum level 35, so... I'll be kerplunking in the first turn. If it ends up healing something, then it doesn't matter. It's the first round and he's going down. That's the whole point. So, in any case, that's what Monster's role is. As for everybody else, okay, so Idlebee. Got some Yig Leaves, got the Yigdu for oh shit moments, which we shouldn't need, but we might need. Fairy Foil, we're going to need it for this fight as well. Elfin Elixir, because just in case, and a Pax of Punch, because of course. And now we have Idlebee. Idlebee is going to start with the Dragon's Bane, but whenever Bjorn goes down in defense, that's when Falcon Blade is slightly better. Not by much, just a little bit. He has a couple Yig Leaves, of course. He has the Zenithian Sword for whenever he double buffs himself up. It's a little bit too much, to handle. And Fairy Foil for himself, an Elfin Elixir, and a Pax of Punch. As for Helmet's got his usual crappy gear here. Staff of Salvation, he will be helping heal a little bit, but he's not going to be main healer. Idlebee is going to be pulling their weight this time. Icicle Dirk and Ionosphere for whenever they need a little bit of attack damage on Bjorn. You really probably only need Icicle Dirk, really, but I thought the Ionosphere because I wasn't sure which one was better damage. Icicle Dirk is better. Oh, sorry. Got a couple packs of punches just in case someone dies, so... And he has his own Fairy Foil and an Elf Elixir as well. Do I have a Yig Leaf on him? I do not. He's the most likely one to die, so that's probably why I didn't do that, but let me go ahead and do that now. Okay, so that's the general setup. Let's just jump on in, and I will meet you at the start of the fight. Alright, here we go. Alright, so first things first. Well, I should set this up on follow orders. Alright, first things first, you're going to kerplunk. You need to go ahead and Fairy Foil. You are going to cast Bounce on Idlebee, only Idlebee. And you... Defense or attack? You know, pass an attack over on Poppet. That's okay. This is what kerplunk's for. Alright. Because that way we kind of start fresh in a similar, somewhat way, anyway. Okay, you're bounced up. You're not Pax of Punched yet. Go ahead and start defensing up. You go ahead You're paxed up. Why don't you go ahead and fairy foil once? You paxed, so why don't you fairy foil once too, and then we'll go from there. Alright, the lightning's a bit of annoyance. Okay, now we can just go ahead and let it all out. Well, actually, you should just keep doing the defense up since you're protected. You're going to attack, and let's see. For you, I'm going to switch you back to just focus on healing for now. Okay. So yeah, you're going to do that, and you're going to attack. 124 is not bad. Okay. Go ahead and... You know what? Why don't you muster strength, because I forgot to pax you. There we go. Very good. Yeah, that little passive healing is very helpful. 219, not bad. Alright, now he's going to start buffing. Mild inconvenience. Oh, even Helmet's joining in to help the attack. That's good. Even though I could have rather him top people off, that's fine. That's what you get for relying on the AI. Anyway, he buffed, so we're going to have muster strength on Idleby, and you're going to clear everything. Alright, he's defense down. But that also means they are too. But not as much since I had them defense up themselves. Alright, you already mustered, so you're going to attack, which will be a nice big attack. Since he's down, you're going to Falcon Blade instead. Yeah, that's 130. That's compared to, like, the 100s he was doing, so yeah. Actually, why don't I demonstrate that? Go ahead and attack. Ooh, wait a second. You're not mustered up anymore. Time to let yourself start healing a little. Let's show off what this was. It was about 130 with the Falcon Blade before. Let's see. Idleby's... Okay, at 158. Interesting. Maybe there's a damage range still, then. Alright, I'll just stick with the Dragon Bane. Good to know. Alright, you need to full heal, and you're going to just keep attacking. Poppet's going to be the main attacker, but Idleby's definitely no slouch, that's for sure. Oh yeah, Helmet's able to attack because he's sapped down. Cool. Sort of. I'm going to actually have you go ahead and Fairy Foil once just to get some of the defense back up. And there's the buff. Oh right, the bounce is down too. Shit. Go ahead and Fairy Foil. Cast Bounce on Idleby. I also got a Disruptive Wave because right now he's buffed. That's okay. Go ahead and get your defense back up. I'm going to have you Zenithian. Alright, Idleby's maxed out again. He buffed again. You know what? Go back to full healing this time. You need to go ahead and Zenithian again. That's not too bad. Helmet's going to heal Poppet. That's right. Okay, why don't you... You can actually attack now. I'm going to have you... Do I want them both to? Not yet. Alright, you're going to go ahead... Yeah, you're still attacking. You go ahead and Fairy Foil 1. Then Helmet's going to have to do it next. Very good. Follow orders. Why don't you attack? Do you want to attack, actually? Shoot. How are we on health? Why don't you mid-heal him? You're going to attack, and you are going to Fairy Foil. Ah, buff up. So that's going to somewhat cancel that. Alright, you got one defense up. Why don't you go back to focusing on healing? This is going to be another tedious fight. A lot of these guys' fights are going to be tedious. I think he's, you know, has higher defense than he has lower defense, so I'm going to have you muster, and you go ahead and show off the attack just to see how it is. Oh, no, don't. Go ahead and Fairy Foil. Alright, now you absolutely have to. Not worth muster strength attacking right now. Just go ahead and make sure Helmet stays up with a mid-heal instead. You go ahead and Zenithian. Alright, that's not too bad. You just go back to regular attacking now. Idleby needs to bounce. Damn it! He does it at the right fucking time, and I hate it. Oh, good. Good job, Helmet. I'm glad he does that sometimes on his own. You're going to defense. You're going to bounce on Idleby. Alright, we lowered his buff a little bit. Oh, I don't think he buffed then, actually, since Helmet attacked. Cool, now we're getting good damage out. Yeah, you do that. You're gonna full heal pop it. You're gonna attack. Alright, buff is up, but that was after defense down, so he might just be slightly ahead. I'm not sure. Why don't you just attack and you do a fairy foil to see. 66, okay, so it's bearable. Alright, I'm gonna say you go ahead and fairy foil this time. You're going to Zenithian Sword. This is already different from my test run. But yeah, you don't want to bounce everybody because then you can't full heal when you really need to. Like now. Alright. You can attack this time, pop it. Alright, not too bad. You both can just attack. Yeah, pop it and Idleby have similar attack at the moment. Alright, you're going to have the Disruptive Wave. You full heal Helmet. You Disruptive Wave. I hope Helmet just uses their fairy foil. Oh, bounces fucking down again. God damn it. I always want to keep the healers safe. This is more annoying than what my test run did. He wasn't kasapping as much on my test run. He was actually just kept self-buffing himself over and over for no reason. I don't know what his attack is at. His defense is at. His defense is okay right now. 112 means he's at neutral at least. If not sapped once. Why don't you attack, and this time you fairy foil. Helmet's gonna need to fairy foil soon too. Here, why don't you heal and you attack? I'm trying to make sure that always someone's attacking, but that doesn't always happen. Yeah, if he double attacks, we're basically screwed. Alright, he defensed up. You do that. You're gonna have to Zenithian Sword. Luckily, his AI is not always on the ball. Alright, I think his defense is down? Or neutral? Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, it was neutral. You're gonna attack, you're gonna go get a fairy foil on yourself. Idleby needs bounce. Okay. I think this is where we need to go ahead and put you back on follow orders. You attack, you bounce, you defense. Because he probably would have healed this round. There you go. Just get him at least a little bit. Now put him back on focus on healing. You two just attack. Alright. Not dead. Good. He obviously needs to defense up more, but I'm going to have him attack this time. Idleby's almost out, too. He defensed up, so Muster Strength and Zenithian. Pop-It might die, though. Deflected, good. Right after the Zenithian, too. So that means our attack's going to be even better now. Idleby's going to do a nice heavy damage hit here. And I don't want to waste it, so just pop it, go out. Go out. 151, 370, that's so good. Who are you going to heal, Helmet? Okay. I'm going to say... Now, you keep the attack. You're going to fairy foil just to get your defense up a little. Just so you could hopefully survive one hit. Like that. Yeah, you full heal, you attack. And there you go. Like I said, tedious, but doable. Especially because Idleby was going to need an Elfin Elixir right there. But that wasn't too bad, at least. Probably if you wanted to secure that a little more, maybe you'd just level up more. It's not the worst, but still, ugh. It is tough. I don't know how it's... Well, the next Yeah, the next fight shouldn't be too bad because that's gonna be Queen Ferz. But after that, I'm not sure about King Korol. That might be a little difficult. Though maybe not because it's mostly his breath attack that's worrisome, and he only attacks once, and we have very good resistance to breath attack. So who knows? Oh, and a level up too. All right, but anyway, good for you, Helmet. Yeah, as you can see, these are the type of stats he gets up. Very good HP now, because he's getting close. Well, he had his halfway point. He maxes out at 50. Poppet maxes out at 30. Anyway, I'll see you. Okay, we're here at Queen Ferz. This is not too bad. Actually, no, it's easy. We leveled up quite a bit since after we beat Bjorn, I decided to check out the mantle place, and I ended up in a very, very long fight against some Beastmasters that kept summoning and over, and I was like, well, I can sustain my health with Staff of Salvation only, so I may as well take the experience, and I got like 58,000 experience from one fight, which was about 10 minutes on Speedway, by the way. In any case, the whole point is, Helmet leveled up like twice, maybe 3 times, 4 times, I lost track. Poppet, I think, don't think even leveled up at all. Poppet needs a lot of experience now to level up. But yeah, Helmet now finally has a good amount of both HP and defense that it warrants him being up front. He's got more HP than Idleby now, that's for sure. Not as much defense as the other two though. And I decided, you know what, Poppet, you're similar enough to Idleby, just a little less defense but a little more HP. Go ahead and just get ahead of our healer. Healers get priority, you know? Anyway, now that that's done with, let's go with setup. Generally, you don't need to worry. Fairy foils are optional, you probably don't need them. I'm going to probably just use them once each, and then just move on, because we'll be fine. Main thing you want is packs of punches just to make things go by a little faster. The items I gave Helmet is just so mostly for the wild encounters I've been dealing with, but you could also have that on him for some actual attacks since he's not very strong. Like, his attack's not great. 139 compared to our 200s nearly. Yeah, not worth it. Anyway, Poppet, I've been slowly realizing that Dragon's Bane is still better than the Falcon Blade. I feel like the Falcon Blade might be better in very, very isolated times, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to see for sure, but I think as your strength gets higher, Dragon's Bane just gets better, which is weird, because you'd think the Falcon Blade would be better. But yeah, don't worry about the other weapons that I didn't clear out all my inventories all. He's got a Pax-a-Punch, and 1 Elfin Elixir for just in caseies, and a Fairy Foil. Idleby. We picked up the Elfin Charm over at Mantle Place. Piece, whatever. And 1 Pax-a-Punch, 1 Fairy Foil. So, that's all of note. Let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a very easy fight. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward for this part, because I've seen this so many times. So, double no, yes, yes. Yes, you're evil, blah, blah, blah. If you agree and to talk when all that, they just curse you. It's not worth it. Let's start. Alright, first up, go ahead and kill yourself. Oh, that sounds so terrible. Monster, go kerplunk. Oop, almost forgot. Helmet wants to be on focus, follow orders for the moment. Alright, you get to kerplunk. You are going to Fairy Foil once. I originally had him use bounce, but you don't really need it. Everyone's just gonna go ahead and take a Fairy Foil round. Okay, monsters down. But yeah, our resistance to stuff is too good. Alright. You're going to Pax-a-Punch, Idleby. You are going to Pax-a-Punch yourself. You are going to Muster Strength. Some ouchies there. Alright, and now switch you to focus on healing. You're on your Dragon's Bane. You don't have any reason to do anything else. Go ahead and attack for both of you. 214 and 102. Nice. Let me see what his regular attack without muster is. 100. Yeah, I think it's about fair to just say, just attack. Don't worry about anything. You'll usually get a little bit better with muster strength, but you may as well just attack for the most part. Ooh, there's some low hits there. You know what, go ahead and start muster strengthening. Let's try to get this done with as fast as possible. But yeah, with just Staff of Salvation, you're fine. Yeah, 221. Yeah, you generally get like an extra 30-ish damage by Muster Strengthening. It's just only bad because Idlebee's supposed to be our healer, but you see that resistance is 20 damage from Kazizzle. That's amazing. But yeah, Idlebee's supposed to be our healer, so you usually don't have a chance to have Muster Strength going. It's funny, I remember trying using Muster Strength on one of the, I think it was Conqueror, to see if I could get more damage in, but it didn't feel like it was doing enough. That and I was also lazy to have to keep remembering to Muster Strength, so. But yeah, Queen Ferz, not a problem. And I have a sneaking feeling that... I don't remember if I Muster Strength. Yeah, I didn't. But I have a sneaking feeling that King Korol's not going to be too bad either, because these guys have very high resistance to Cold Breath. So that's going to be interesting to see. I also don't know if I just double mustered there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that one goes. This one's going to be easy. Luckily, packs and punches are nice. Actually, oh, there you go. But yeah, the packs and punches part might be the hard part with King Korol, though, so because he actually has Disruptive Wave, but we'll see. Anyway, that was Queen Ferz. I shall see you. Oh, a level up? Is it for Poppet? No, it's Helmet. Oh, that's okay. I'll see you at King Korol. Wait. It is a 1 for Poppet. Okay, good. It's been taking a longer time for him to get some levels. Sorry. Now I'll see you at King Korol. Okay, guys. We're here at King Korol, and in my test runs, I realized, you know, he's not that he's threatening. He's actually not that bad, because our crew could just resist almost everything he throws at us. The problem is, our damage output is still pretty poor. And it's funny, because we can actually utilize the turtling strategy yet again here. But I'm going to be trying a couple different things here. First things first, though, Helmet has got the Staff of Salvation, which he'll be abusing the crap out of, as usual. With an Icicle Dirk here, as well, to help out with a little bit of damage when he has a free turn. He also learned Meditate when he got to level 30, so now he could heal himself fully anytime. So, it only self-heals, of course. But at least it's for free. Next up, we have Helmet. I left him with the Falcon Blade. If I was going to do straight-up attacking, I'd rather have a chance for a extra chance to crit, than just only one with basically very similar damage. Because again, without packs of punches, Dragon's Bane does very similar damage to the Falcon Blade, so you may as well go for the extra crit chance. But yeah, he's got the Dragon Staff, which I will be utilizing a little bit, because that does more damage than any of our attacks do. And if we try packs of punching, he basically immediately will Disruptive Wave within like 2 turns or something. He does that with the Dragon Staff too, but at least we can just kind of get some damage in and then redo it. I was also trying to see if I could do the Zenithian Sword too, and you know, if you really want to mess with him, you can stun lock him into using Bounce, Disruptive Wave, Bounce, Disruptive Wave, Defend, and then he'll just kind of like do that over and over, but it takes so long, you don't need to do it. And Elfin Elixirs, of course, and then ILB's got the usual stuff here with the Yigdu for oh shits, and I was messing around with the Zenithian Shield, but it's not needed at all. Anyway, let's get started. Yes, we are surprising, thank you. King Korol, let's do this. First things first, let's go ahead and change you out of here, just so I don't have someone accidentally revive. I don't know if Helmet will accidentally revive him, but there's a chance. Anyway, we're leaving Helmet on focus on healing, because that's all you need. I am going to send you Absorb Magic on Idlebee for now. Actually, you know, you don't need that. Why don't you just go right on Dragon Staff, and I'll show you guys the reason why this is a little tricky to be using the Dragon Staff like this. And I think Muster Strength, yeah. 60 damage, not bad, right? And, you know, a little bit of damage from that. And go ahead and attack. 78 damage, muster strength. That's just to give you an idea of how much Idleby does. Yeah, Helmet meditated. Good job. Yeah, 37 there, or 60. You get a lot more damage with that. The problem when you turn into a dragon is your resistance is changed to that of a dragon. You highly resist fire, but you have 0 resistance to ice, or kaboom, like Poppet in his normal form has. So it's a little two-sided dice here. I'm not bothering with muster strength right now. This is where it shows 110 damage. But we're still in the safety zone, so we can actually just keep attacking. He's just going to meditate anyway. But yeah, this is literally the fight. You know, we're basically the tank crew, if I had to say something like that. You need to full heal yourself because a crit attack will kill you. I mean, I guess it's kind of needed, especially with Idleby being our main healer. Even though he's not behaving like that because Helmet has to do the work. Yeah, that's a meditate. Poppet should be safe even if he Ice Breaths because it's 110 to 120 damage. And there goes the dragon, but that's okay. Because we could just do it again. However, now that I've shown that off, let's show you his attack. See, that's 43, and that's 44, if I counted that right. So, we could, if we want to be safe, you could literally just... I'm going to do this until he does his Ice Breath, just to show you the resistance difference. Oh yeah, and the Kaboom also was like doing 50s before, but now it's only doing 20s because dragons don't have resistance to bang, or as much resistance as Poppet has. But yeah, compared to that 60, well, 90 total if you include them together. But yeah, that resistance right there, Poppet can resist this whole thing. So again, if you really want to, we could just slowly attack. And Staff of Salvation will keep us alive. It's that ridiculous. When we finally get our final party member, we'll actually get our attack, our person that can actually attack. So, but there's a reason why he's the last party member, because he is very strong to begin with. He's basically the Dragon Knight. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do the Dragon Staff version of this instead, because it's much easier. I do like that we're a heavily resistant crowd, though. But yeah, I also tried using Bounce on putting Bounce on, like, Idleby to see if that would help with the Kaboom, but then he just doesn't bother with Kaboom, and he defends more, and it prolongs the fight. You're better off not bothering using Bounce here. I also considered giving Helmet the Dragon Staff and let Poppet do the healing instead, but it really doesn't matter enough. Helmet just has a little bit more HP, that's it. Idleby needs to heal themselves this time. Yeah, go ahead and full heal yourself. Okay, good. He decided not to crit attack. That was the main worry there. But yeah. So, that's what we have to look forward to with this crew. Now that we finally hit our leveling stride, we're extremely resistant to everything except regular attacks. We're in OK zone here. I have to keep checking for kill hits. Yeah, like, that's not going to do anything. We're still in the safe zone. Though, Helmet is starting to fall behind a little. Yeah, okay, time for you to go ahead and full heal them. Helmet will probably meditate instead. Yeah, it definitely needs to meditate. That'll get the best healing. You go ahead and heal yourself so you don't get crit killed. But yeah, if you really wanted to, Poppet could throw Absorb Magic, but then he'd have to do it every time he gets Disruptive Waved out of being a dragon. So, not really worth it. And I mean, Idleby could also use Bounce too, but it's just like, eh. I mean, not Bounce, excuse me. Use a Dark Shield to get Absorb Magic too, but it's just not worth it. You're wasting a turn each time. We just want to get as much damage as possible out. Ooh, nice damage there. I do like it when Helmet can chip in damage too. But yeah, Idleby doesn't have to worry about their MP that badly anyway. He rarely is going to need to... I shouldn't say rarely. He uncommonly needs to help out with healing. I probably should be muster strengthening instead, but I'm lazy. I'm a little sad in a way too, though. Like, this crew is a little too good at surviving that it's probably going to be not the most fun to watch. So I apologize for that. But on the plus side, you see how, well, resistant that these three guys can really be. I mean, Poppet's just a survivor. I mean, these three are survivors. That's the best way to put it. I don't remember if I muster strength, so just go ahead and muster strength. Yeah, you crit me. Oh no. But yeah, just try to get through this as fast as we can using the best damage. Also, good thing to know, muster strength cannot be disruptive waved away. So no worries about that. Otherwise, that would make it one less reason to actually bother using it. Yeah, we're still in okay range here. It's kind of funny. I mean, I've heard of people using, like, in Dragon Quest VIII, Yangus as a late Sage Stone user to help mitigate damage. But I never really bothered with that. And it's kind of fun to see last stage healers, well, be able to help you out. And focus on healing makes it easier so that Helmet could react appropriately to whoever needs it. Go ahead and muster. I'm glad I did this time since he defended. Hopefully we're almost done though. This guy's annoying. I'm also running out of things to say. And I think my voice is starting to give out just a little bit. Oops. You Dragon Staff, you muster. King Korol. If King Korol could be sapped, it wouldn't help us either. And you know, if we had the spell, that wouldn't make this as bad, because then you're not consuming an item each time. I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't remember if Idleby... Oh, didn't have to matter. But yeah, I didn't remember if Idleby had muster strength. But yeah, that's it for King Korol. Not that... You'd think it'd be a little bit more of an exciting fight. I mean, with the Pips and Conks, it was like, oh my god, switch in, oh my god, switch in, do this, do that. And now this one was just like, oh yeah, Staff of Salvation, Staff of Salvation, Staff of Salvation. We got this, no problem. Anyway, I'll meet you guys, I think, at the final Ladja fight with our new party member. Unless something else pops up anyway. See you there. Okay guys, we're here at just before Ladja, as usual. We picked up our fourth party member, and I was gonna grind them a little bit more, but I found that we didn't really need to beat Ladja. I will be grinding a lot for Nimzo, however. Anyway, here's our levels as they are. We only leveled up a little bit since last time. We have Mr. Helmet here at level 32, doing... You can see the stats are actually very respectable. They're all very defensive stats. In fact, this is basically team defensive up until you get to our dragon pal there. The Poppet here seems to be more of an attacker type, though. And, you know, they're finally starting to grow into their attack here, because they're finally starting to outshine Idleby here. Idleby's still the same stats because they haven't leveled up anymore. Poppet, which, by the way, I found out is a she, thanks to the pronouns given when they resisted a effect. But anyway, she is pretty solid. She's another, like, one of the solid fighters and all that. I'll probably be... Once she hits level 30, I'll probably be giving her all my strength seeds. I think I mentioned that before. HP seeds and resistances, though, are going to go to Idleby so he could survive better. Though he is surviving very well right now. And now here is, of all names, Smoggin. A little bit of Smaug or Smog from Lord of the Rings, and I doubt it was a reference to the Pokemon site Smoggin, but I like to think it is. Good stats though, very good strength and resilience. They also have immunity to breath attacks, so essentially Smalgan here is like one of the ultimate pals because you get them so late and they can just do anything. So, they don't have the best equipment though. Our item setup for this is going to be very minimal here. We don't really need to worry about too much here. Sage's Stone and Stolo Staff for Helmet, because Helmet is immune to death and paralyze, so no worries there. And Sage Stone, because of all our resistances on this team, Sage Stone covers us very well. Don't worry about these. These are just for on the way for when you're fighting random battles. The Fairy Foil I'm going to use once and then just let Helmet just heal repeatedly. Then we have Poppet here. She's got the Hell Saber. I picked that up at Nadiria's TNT board. If you search the grounds, you can sometimes find it, but it's also in one of the treasure troves if you want something more reliable. We picked up the Ogre Shield just coming up this mountain, and that's about it. Elfin Charms are on everybody, by the way. I picked them up, even though I don't know if they affect monsters that well, they have it. I also got an extra Staff of Salvation from the TNT board's treasure trove, so I gave one to Idleby and one to Smalgan, so that way everybody in the party has a way to heal if necessary. We shouldn't need to though. Fairy Foil and Packs a Punch is the more important part for her items. Idleby's got a Fairy Foil, Sands of Time in case shit goes really, really bad, which we shouldn't need. I have that more planned, have this for plans for when I fight the Metal King slimes. One Yigdu though for, oh god, gotta need it. And a Packs a Punch too, just, you know, in case they want to attack, which they will be helping out with, but they're more emergency heals and attacking. And now, finally, here is Smalgan. Smalgan cannot equip any shields, but the best weapon we have for them at the moment is the Cobra Claw, but we'll be getting a very, very good upgrade for them just before Nimzo. Silver Cuirass is the best that you can get for shield, armor, and I believe Thinking Cap is the only thing that Smalgan can put. He might be able to equip the Metal King helm, but that's about it in terms of defenses here. Elfin Charm, of course, extra Salvation Staff, and the Packs a Punch and one Yiggly for just in case. They are also immune to death and paralyzed, so they're going to be the steady attacker, while these two are probably going to get paralyzed a couple times. Anyway, I shall meet you over in the middle of the fight, because you don't need to see the intro getting to there. Meet you there. Alright, here we are. Now, first things first. Change you to follow orders, and we're going to also change this to just monsters. Monsters is just going to show off this adventure map today. I would normally use Kerplunk, but I'd rather him waste turns on attacking monsters instead of just going all out on the party. So I fully healed myself just so that if he does 2 turns, we can... no. I was gonna say so we can, start a clean fight, but I guess I'm just not gonna bother. Let's find out. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, so first things first. You're going to go ahead and Fairy Foil. You are going to Packs a Punch yourself. You could survive another hit. You're going to Fairy Foil, and you're going to Packs a Punch. Smalgan doesn't get to have a Fairy Foil because I forgot to get a 4th. But look at the breath resistance. 45, 37, 35, and then 0. And another one there. 20s. Idleby does have less resistance to fire, though. But yeah, Smaug is completely immune. Anyway, you're going to Sage Stone. I'm going to have you go ahead and Fairy Foil just to get it out there. You are going to go ahead and full heal yourself, and yeah, you don't have to. You can just go and attack now. As you can see, though, our attack's still not great, but Smalgan's going to have really good attack soon. Anyway, I'm manually controlling Helmet this time, and we're just going to Sage Stone spam until someone's paralyzed. You can attack now. I'm going to have you go ahead and Fairy Foil again, and you attack. Idleby's, we want to keep kind of protected a little. But yeah, the Sage Stone just covers us just so perfectly. It's ridiculously awesome. I'm enjoying being able to do this. I think this is the last Fairy Foil they could do. I'm not bothered with Mutter Strength here because Idleby can be paralyzed, and it would just ruin a muster strength very easily. So, alright, you attack, you go ahead and Pax-a-Punch yourself, and you keep attacking. And then soon there's going to be those three attacking over and over. Alright, paralyze, that's fine. The Sage Stone basically covers that. Alright, you go ahead and start off with Idleby because we want a healer, and Smelgon's just going to attack. Alright, that's a little bit of annoyance. You go ahead and Stillo Staff. You hurt them. I'm going to have you go ahead and... Nah, go ahead and full heal Helmet just in case. And you attack. Better be safe than sorry. Alright. And everyone can just attack now. Yeah, Idleby's starting to fall behind on the attack part. Poppet has better attack than Smelgon at the moment thanks to better equipment choices, but that will change once Smelgon levels up a little more and also picks up their best weapons in. Poppet's also not really leveling up very well anymore because they need so much experience to level up. I wonder if they have a ratio on them or something where, similar to how getting to level 99 takes a lot of experience, if that's what's happening with Poppet, except 30 is their max, so they have to deal with the higher experience later. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, this is the fight. It's literally just everyone attacks with mix-ups with having to cure this paralyze. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that we have a team that is just so bulky that they could just take whatever, but it's still kind of like, no interesting strategies that you can really do here. So that's probably like the only disappointing thing about this. I mean, I was thinking I was going to absolutely need Smelgon for this, because I figured this team was going to barely make it since they're not very strong. I underestimated their well, not tanking it, their resistances. Okay, that's fine. This is more just like increasing the fight time. I was considering giving Helmet the Meteorite Arm Bracer, but I decided against it since it has such low speed, it's just not worth it. He's similar to Ragnar in that sense. Go ahead and Stillos. I'm going to say you guys could survive this, so let's risk it. Idleby's going to get paralyzed again? Yes. That's okay. Thanks to Helmet going so slow, it's actually kind of helpful. Here, go ahead and Sage Stone. You're stronger, so you attack. I'm going to have you go ahead and Staff of Salvation pop it. For just in case he's... This is a little annoying, but that's okay. I had to Sage Stone anyway, but that's okay. Go ahead and do this, and you have to attack. And then Idleby's gonna full heal Helmet on their turn. Okay, go ahead and Stillo Staff pop it. You full heal, you attack. Yeah, like I said, this team... Well, eventually this team will be able to dish out some really good damage, but for now, they're just kind of turtling this. Alright, that's fine. I mean, we are playing it ever so slightly risky, but it's still not that big of a deal. That said, though, I am thrilled with just the tankiness, though. It's just kind of fun. It makes not having Insulate bearable. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I just wish there was more strategy to this one is all. I keep hoping that maybe the next fights will do better, but at the same time, you know, I really shouldn't complain. There you go, there's the Ladja. Hopefully Smelgon's going to have a better level and have much better attack, alongside Poppet, who I think I might just pump in the Strength Seeds right after this. So, I shall meet you at the Nimzo fight with a stronger and hardier team. See you there. Okay guys, we're here at Nimzo himself. I've leveled up ourselves a little bit, as you may see. Smalgin is now at level 14, Helmet's at 37, Puppet's maxed out completely. I forget if they were maxed out last time or not, but I do these recordings a little, like, days apart sometimes, so please forgive me if I forget. In any case, though, we're in pretty good standing. As you can see, at max HP, Puppet is doing actually pretty good. Let's go over our stats in general. Helmet is very, very slow at 40 agility. Despite that, there are times where he'll still outspeed Nimzo's second form. It's really weird. But very good defense. The attack could be slightly better if I give him Steel Fangs, but it's really not worth bothering. Just similar to the Rotten Apple. Don't bother giving them the teeth. You're better off just saving room for items. And then we have our Puppet, our magic marionette. She has very good strength because I gave all my strength seeds over to her, so now she has 151 strength or 271 attack and very good defense too. And you already seen her resistances in the past, so those resistances are still going to be good. Now for Smalgin, he's got more HP, but he's got less defense than the other two, 216 compared to 222 and 268. Technically, Puppet could lead instead of Helmet, but Helmet is better off leading anyway, just because they're only going to be healing. They're not going to be contributing to attack almost at all. So anyway, yeah, 175 strength for Smalgin, and they're only at level 14. They can max out at, I think it's either 30 or 50, I don't remember exactly. So if you really want to, you could just start leveling up Smalgin and finish up Puppet as well, because in 3 levels, Helmet will learn Revive, but you don't really need to. In any case, yeah. That's Smalgin. Also got the Orc Fangs for them, so that's why their attack is pretty damn good. It's only a little bit better than Puppet's, but still, it's something. And then there's Idleby. Idleby still has not leveled up, but I did give them a little bit more of my life seeds and resilient seeds so that their defense would be a little better, which it is better than Smalgin, but Smalgin has a good deal amount of HP more. That's why Smalgin's ahead of Idleby. And now for our item setup. Item setup wise, I already told you, like, yeah, we didn't give a weapon to Helmet, but Sage Stone for, well, you know, healing, a Yiggly for emergencies, and then I gave him a bunch of different types of items to use for attacking for the first phase at least, and a couple Elfin Elixirs because we're going to need them at least, we're going to need at least 1, we might need 2 depending how the fight goes. Now for Puppet, she got the Metal King Helm. I gave that to her because she's the only one that can equip it anyway, so extra defense for her, good for her. Dark Shield, because we're going to need that in the second phase so she can keep her MP up, because, you know, fun fact, she's actually going to use her MP in this. And just like before, Smalgin and Puppet both have Staff of Salvation, and in a bit of a change of pace, Puppet has the Yigdu, and that's just in case Idleby goes down. It's some sort of emergency. Oh shit, we need to heal everybody. She's the second fastest. That's the reason to give it to her. Just in case. We should not need it for this fight, but it's there. And of course, Elfin Elixirs. Then Smalgin here. Smalgin, Staff of Salvation I mentioned, a Yiggleaf and Elfin Elixirs. And Idleby's going to be a bit of an item master this time. For once we're not using the Dragon Staff though, because the Dragon Staff takes away their cold resistance that they have. And we really want to keep all cold resistance for everybody here. So Idleby's got the Zenithian Sword, Dark Shield as well for the second phase to keep their MP up, because they're going to be actually healing in the second phase. Surprise, surprise, we couldn't just Sage Stone the whole time, despite our resistances. It makes sense. So, a Zenithian Shield, which we'll use whenever we want them to Disruptive Wave, Yiggly for emergencies, and of course Elfin Elixirs, because we're going to need them. But, alright, that's everybody. I shall meet you at the start of the fight, because this takes a while. So, I'll see you there. Alright, it's boss time! Alright, for this part, we're going to let Helmet stay on focus on healing, because, well, I don't need to manually control them right now. For Puppet, they're just going to attack. Smalgin, attack. And as for Idleby, well, guess what? They're going to attack. For the most part, this part's going to be just attacking. Yeah, and that's why Helmet has those items. It's just so that they have something to do whenever they don't really need to heal. So, this part's going to be mostly how it's been lately. Nope. Except for this part. Alright, so for this part, Poppet's going to attack Grandmaster Nimzo, and Smalgin is going to use Inferno because it's basically just like using the Dragon Staff whenever you want to do Fire Breath, so I think it's slightly weaker or something, but it's not by much. And Idleby is going to take care of the ads. Or, sorry, the summons. I'm talking as if I'm doing an MMORPG. Yeah, close enough. But yeah, if I went Dragon Staff, that ice would be doing 100-something damage, and I don't want to have to keep healing that. So anyway, yeah, Poppet's going to focus down Grandmaster Nimzo. Smalgin doesn't need to do another... needs to do another breath attack, because Idleby should be able to take care of the Rectors. Unless they get a low roll, which is fine. Oh, another one, huh? Well, that's fine with me. Helmet's just trying something. Go ahead and attack, go ahead and Inferno, go ahead and whip it. But yeah, the breath attack helps keep Nimzo's self-healing at bay, because he heals 50 per round, and that does at least 50 plus. I think it does more like 60 to 70, Inferno does. If we really wanted to, we could actually keep raising Smalgin's level, because he learns a bunch of much better breath attacks that you see the bosses use. But I don't think it's necessary quite yet. You could just focus down, and you could take care of the Rector. But yeah, as you can see, Smalgin's the main attacker, but Poppet's a pretty good off-attacker, at least. So everyone can just go ahead and attack. Idleby's not contributing too much, but it's still helpful. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's see. Yeah, everyone can attack. Yeah, this first part's not going to be too interesting. The second part should be a little bit. So, just keep on attacking. Once we get him down, we'll be good. But yeah, only having breath attack that does, like, at most, like, 50 damage is so good when you have a Sage Stone. And when you don't have Insulate. Idleby should not need to self-heal yet. Okay, another breath attack. We're still okay. As long as Helmet keeps doing that and doesn't just decide, oh, you know, you're good enough. That's the one problem with relying on focus on healing. Yeah, like that. Go ahead and Inferno, go ahead and attack the Rector. Yeah, sometimes Idleby will get a low roll so that it won't kill them on the second round of damage on the Rectors. I know with when he summons robots that it's almost always guaranteed that they won't get killed on the third round, but usually the Rectors get killed without an extra breath attack, so let's see. Yes, we got it this time. Yeah, it's like half and half. If I bothered to, you know, give strength seeds to Idleby, I guess it would probably work out better, but I don't think it's worth giving them that. Ooh, nice crit, Smalgin. Got 335 damage, holy shit. Yeah, Smalgin's only really weak to regular attacks, I would say, because they got so much resistances to basically everything. They are susceptible to sap, though, but alright, that's it for the first form. Let's get to the last form here. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward here, because this is when things start to get a little more interesting. At least in my opinion. Yes, yes, scream, suffering, sacrifice, blah, blah. We know, Nimzo. You're a tool. We get it. And just like that, he gains a bunch of weight. Or maybe who's hiding it. In any case, boss time again. Alright, for this part, we want to go ahead and follow orders with Helmet, because Helmet sometimes will do stupid things, and I don't want him doing stupid things. You're just going to Sage Stone almost the entire time. For this part, however, now he does start with Bounce, but we're going to be using Poppet's Swoosh, because he has 0 resistance to it, and it does more damage than what Poppet does with regular attacks. If we had Oomph, it might help a little bit, at least, but yeah, we don't, so. Smalgin's basically just going to stay attacking, and now Idleby is going to play their part as Item Master. they will almost always go faster than Poppet, but every now and then Poppet like gets faster and might hurt themselves. It happens, it's fine. But alright. Got rid of the bounce. 141 damage. That's much more than what Poppet can do physically. I did forget something though here. Alright, now that I did the first one, well, you're going to go ahead and Sage Stone. Now you're going to Dark Shield. You're going to attack, and you shall self-heal. Normally I do that the first turn, but I may as well get a first hit in. That way he wastes a turn on bounce. Okay, yeah, you keep Sage Stoning, Kaswoosh, attack, and you need a Zenithian. But yeah, that damage is very good. Yep, and Helmet's hanging in there too. Good job. Yeah, so the rest of this is just Kaswoosh and attacks. It's a shame that Idleby doesn't have it, but it's have anything to use as spells to attack with, but that's okay. Yeah, that's one Kasap. We're allowing the Kasaps to go until he does 3 of them on us that land. Go ahead and Kaswoosh, attack. Why don't you go ahead and Dark Shield now too? Try to get some MP back as well. This helps us limit the necessity of having to always use our Elfin Elixirs. Okay, go ahead, you swoosh this, and you're gonna full heal Helmet. Helmet could have meditated, but it's too slow to do. But yeah, this way we keep getting our MP back. And Kaswoosh is only 8 MP, it's actually very affordable. Alright, that's 2. On the third one, we're going to have Idleby use Bounce to make him Disruptive Wave. Or at least usually attempt to get him to Disruptive Wave. Sometimes he forgets to. It's kind of funny. He hasn't bounced yet. Yeah, this first phase is not too bad. It's the second phase where he starts meditating. That's when things get a little rough. No, you got a Sage Stone. Focus healing, sometimes they don't heal when they really should. You basically need to keep them topped off when they get Kasapped like this. And the AI doesn't realize that. They didn't bounce, no. Poppet should be okay. Yes. That's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to full heal Poppet, but that's okay. Sage Stone, swoosh, this, and why don't you do at least a mid heal to get them up in there. Alright, that's the third one. Alright, yeah, you go ahead and Sage Stone. We're going to risk it with you. You attack, and you go ahead and Zenithian. Shield. Alright, kaboom. Give Poppet some MP. Poppet might die here, and that's not the worst. Ooh, we got a bounce back on him. That's kind of nice. Passive damage. He bounced. Yeah, go ahead and Kaswoosh anyway. You're going to attack, and you're going to Zenithian. Sword. I forgot, he has both the sword and the shield. I gotta remember that. Good job. Poppet's doing great. Might be dead. Nope, not dead. Good job. Yeah, keep Sage Stoning. And you can just attack now. You're good. But yeah, that Kaswoosh damage is really good, really affordable. It's basically a slightly weaker but more affordable Caprizzle. Alright. We were disruptive. Go ahead and Sage Stone. I'm gonna have you go ahead and Dark Shield back up. You're going to attack. Actually, no. You Kaswoosh, attack, and you're going to go ahead and Dark Shield first. Idleby is almost not needed for his healing, but we do want full heals every now and then. Okay, not bad. You Sage Stone. Now you go ahead and Dark Shield, and you two can attack. It's just to make sure that there's always 2 people attacking in some fashion, with only emergencies allowing us to... Ooh, MP. Allowing us to go ahead and only have 1 or none attacking. You're swooshing, you're attacking... whose life? I think I'd rather have Idleby up first, because he's faster. Let's find out. Will Helmet survive? And yeah, there you go. See Helmet speeding ahead somehow. It's weird. Apparently he just gets really good rolls every now and then. Helmet's going to survive now. Unless he decides to attack twice. It's very, very rare, though, I've noticed. Usually he'll just, like, do a breath and then magic attack, or he'll physically attack and then do something else. It's very rare where he'll physically attack twice. Okay, no need for full heals yet. I think he's in his meditate phase. Nice crit. Yep, he is in his meditate phase, so he's not going to use cast bounce anymore. Alright, we're in a little bit of trouble defensively. I'm not bothering with muster strength because needs to be ready to heal at any time, and muster strength is just waste turns sometimes. That's okay. That's less okay. Yeah, in my test runs, he was a little bit of a dick about using meditate too much. It happens, though. We can get ahead of meditate every 2 rounds, because we could do up to 200 damage. Alright, that was the 3rd Kasap. I don't have a buff for you, do I? Yeah, we're gonna have to heal this turn and then use bounce later. Get an attack. Yeah, you need to full heal. He hasn't used Kaboom yet, so that kind of sucks. We could use the MP. Good, good, good. He needed the MP. She needed the MP, excuse me. Ugh, they're not giving me a chance to actually use my, a buff to make him Disruptive Wave us, to get the defenses down. Back up, I mean, whatever. I mean, I guess that's okay, because then he's not healing himself. Yeah, go ahead and Sage Stone, swoosh, attack, and yeah, you got a full heal again. I suppose this lets us do more damage to him. Once he meditates, that's exactly when we're going to go ahead and use the bounce spell. And go ahead and do that. That'll make him want a Disruptive Wave a little more likely. Not as much as like Kabuff or Oomph does, but it's still pretty often. Give him MP, that's good, thank you. But yeah, I don't know why Helmet is actually outspeeding this guy. He should not be. I don't think you need full heal. I guess they just have it on default that this guy is often slower. Keep attacking. Yeah, the meditates are going to be what prolongs the fight. Especially when he wants to be a huge dick. That's okay. That's okay too, actually. We're fine with this. Go ahead and full heal. Let's see, 130, that's about 200. So maybe it's more like every 2.5 turns that we are outpacing meditate. We don't have that much good damage output. Especially since Idleby's not that strong. And the items that we could use aren't going to be much better either. That's okay. You know, just to test it out, Icicle Dirk. You don't need to full heal. You should be fine. You might, if you get targeted with the physical attack, that's the only way you're going to die. Yeah, 25, it's not worth it. Alright, Disruptives. That's fine. You're going to Sage Stone. You're low on MP. Yeah, this is the time where you should just Elfin Elixir yourself. You attack. And you go ahead and Dark Shield. Sorry, my throat's kind of bothering me today. Alright, Drizzle is fine. That's a little less fine, but it's okay enough. Go ahead and heal. You're going to swoosh. Attack, and you got a full heal yourself. Yeah, I've had different people sometimes using the Elfin Elixirs. Oh, you're still in the meditate phase. Damn. We are falling behind. Yeah, Sage Stone, swoosh, attack, attack. Once you get past this phase, though, then you're in the clear. You just gotta survive, and that's it. Which this crew is pretty damn good at. They just don't really have much in the attacking way. I've mentioned it before, but I actually am pretty happy that we have a tanky crew for once. It's almost like doing a Nuzlocke of some sort. The only thing is, we really could use someone that could attack better. You already did the Dark Shield. Yeah, just go ahead and attack. Papa doesn't have the Absorb Magic on them, but she should be okay. If they meditate one more time, maybe I'll do it then. Yeah, you gotta heal yourself. I could have leveled up more, but it's very possible to actually win this. Yeah, fuck you. Go ahead and Dark Shield, attack and attack. That's the time when he heals. Oh, thank you for that attack. That just cut a lot of that catching up in half. That's fine. Use Sage Stone. Swoosh. Attack. They should be fine. Go ahead and just mid-heal. It sucks that we can't sap them. We were a little ahead on the Meditate, but now we're not. Because Meditate is 500 HP, if I remember right. We just gotta keep it on going. If Smalgan could just maybe crit one more time, that'd be lovely. That's fine. You got a full heal this time. Yeah, Smalgan doesn't crit on demand, unfortunately. This is might be a little longer than my test runs now, because he's definitely being a big asshole with those meditates. Just start crit attacking us, man. I wonder if maybe I should be using more buff stuff just to make him Disruptive Wave even more. That way he's less likely to meditate. I'm not sure. But you know what? Let's try that. He's also not really kabooming much either, so this might not matter that much. I'm going to start fast forwarding now because this is taking a while. Alright, at least we deflected something. Yeah, let's fast forward at least until he stops meditating here. Alright, that's a breath attack, no one cares. You can get away with a mid-heal instead. Yeah, he's being a dick right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and fast forward right through. Do I still have bounce up? I think I do. We're going to have to Elfin again soon. Alright, you go ahead and Elfin, because you're going to be slower. You have just enough for a Swoosh, you're going to attack, and you need to full heal Smalgan. Bounces down. Okay, Sage Stone, Swoosh, and attack, and you got a full heal for now, you can't put bounce back up. Meditates like an asshole, God. Yeah, I don't think I have any other buffs I could just use to make him want to do this. Thank you for the crit, at least. That really does help. If he could do one more crit, that'd be wonderful. We might be ahead of one of the meditates now. Just keep attacking Idleby. Every little bit helps right now. Okay, we're past it! Thank God! Oh, jeez. That was taking a while. Yeah, if he decides to be a complete dick, that can happen to you. Especially if you don't have the damage output you need. He might actually... Oh! That was handy. I forgot about bounce, to be honest. Idleby has enough for one full heal at the moment. Yeah, give Poppet that MP. Alright, I'm gonna have you go ahead and open Elixir Idlebee. You can swoosh, attack. Idlebee's gonna full heal. Because everyone should be fine this turn. I love that reflect. That is pretty damn amazing. It's so helpful. And I'm surprised he didn't Disruptive Wave it. Well, there goes the bounce. That's okay, now Idlebee can get some of that MP. Not that they really need it that badly, but it's something. Okay, you guys can keep attacking. We basically got this now. We might just get one unlucky death at worst. Especially if he does that crit attack on Idlebee and then follows with a Fire Breath, because Idlebee probably will die then. Since Idlebee does not have good breath resistance, Fire Breath resistance. Go ahead and full heal Poppet, make sure she's good. I also love... Oh, that was a good crit too, thank you, Smalgan. I also love how Kaswoosh is becoming this useful. Okay, attack. You don't have anything else. You just get an attack too. It's something at least. You don't worry about Kasap at this point because he only crit attacks and crits ignore defense even if it's lower or higher. So no worries there. Kasap now is basically a waste of his time. And free MP for us, so why not? It's half of a Kaswoosh. There we go. This little asshole is done meditating over whether deciding that we're about to win or not. It wasn't like he was even wasting resources. It's kind of funny. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, fine. I have to use some Elfin Elixirs, but I'm going to win. Even if I ran out, I could just keep attacking and we'll survive, mostly on Sage Stones. And on our Dark Shields, too, so... Anyway, that's it for Nimzo. I hope, I wonder how Estark's going to be. I think I'm going to do a little bit of another round of leveling for Smalgan and Helmet just to get their HP up. Maybe get Helmet's Kazing at level 40. Not sure yet. But anyway, I'll meet you guys at Estark. See you there. Okay guys, we're here over at Estark. I leveled up a little bit. We should be able to do this pretty easy. There may be one or two deaths, however. Anyway, here's our levels. Smalgan at 26, Helmet at 44, with Poppet and Idlebee already at maxed out. Let's take a look at our great track here. Great stats all across the board here. A little falling behind in agility a little, but that's negligible at best. A lot of attack, 305 with 253 defense, and I have him leading because of his HP. He's got the best HP in the group, and he could take 2 attacks at least. Now, the Hades Helm, I technically probably should put him in the back one, but it's better that he goes down instead of Poppet, so Poppet can keep attacking, really. I don't know, that's how I feel anyway. But yeah, same equipment, because they can't get much better. Now for Magic Marionette, this is their max stats and all that. I'll get into why I have their equipment as such, though. So, and then here's Idlebee. Nothing really changed here. Now let's go over equipment. Smalgan's got their best equipment here: Orichalcum Fangs, Thinking Cap, and Silver Queers. They don't really need the Elfin Charm, but it's there. I don't really need the room in their item inventory like I have in the past. Staff of Salvation for just in case you need to heal. And of course, Yigleaves and Elfin Elixirs. Those are like standard. Now for Helmet, Helmet's got the Sage Stone. Took away their weapon because they don't need it. I probably could just get rid of their Elfin Charm to make room for other things too, but we really don't need to either. They have the Lightning Staff because that's the only usable item they have that does decent damage if they really want to do attacks. Because their attack's going to be negligible at best, even with the Steel Fangs. Elfin Elixirs is all they need because they have Kazing. That's the only thing their MP is going to be used for. Now, Poppet. Poppet brought up something interesting for me. See, it was either their Metal King armor that they wear or their magic armor to get some resistances to spells, but it's only 10, and I found out that if a monster resistance is better than their equipment resistance, well, the monster resistance overwrites the equipment. So, really, the magic armor was doing nothing for them in terms of magic resistance. It was all about it just gave defense. I did some tests, and yeah, like, the differences were none compared to the Metal King armor. So, Metal King armor it is, and I need to remember that going forward. You know, just get the best defense if they already have resistances in what the item is giving. I don't think the Ogre Shield really does anything either, but I don't have enough mini-metals for the Metal King shield because I'm used to just getting Miracle stuff or Falcon Swords because this Metal King shield doesn't do any regular resistances other than statuses. So I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I can't buy it, but I'm pretty sure it's best to just go full Metal King for Poppet. Which, speaking of which, I forgot to mention, I didn't realize that Poppet can equip the Metal King sword. And that's stronger than the Hell Saber, so forget the Hell Saber. I could have had this on her the whole time and we would have been probably fine earlier. My bad. The Wikipedia did not have that at the time that she could equip it. So I fixed that for the Wikipedia in general. And she has the best weapon she can now. And yeah, I have the crude image and Elfin Charm on her. The Elfin Charm's unnecessary. She's got a Staff of Salvation to help heal when needed. Yigdu for the emergency shit in case Idle goes down. Or if there's too much damage going on, which that may happen. We're probably going to use it. Elfin Elixirs and Yiggly. And as for the CrossEye here, CrossEye is going to be our dedicated War Drum user. I also did a test for him as well with Flowing Dress versus Dark Robe to see if the Dark Robe helps with Kaboom or the Kafrizzle. Well, I first found out, yeah, it doesn't. Dark Robe does not cover Kaboom. And two, when I tried the Kafrizzle comparison, I got exact same damage. Now, it could have been a damage randomized, the randomized damage, you know, that happened. It could have been a low roll for it or something, but I got 101 with the Dark Robe, and without it, I had 103 damage. So, yeah, very negligible. You're better off with Flowing Dress, because the Flowing Dress does protect Idle from the Fire Breath by 30, so it's very good. Like, I was getting 136 Fire Breath damage on Idle per round when I had the Dark Robe on. With the Flowing Dress, it's around 106-ish. So, I have this piece of paper in front of me that I wrote all this down. So yeah, go Flowing Dress for Idle here. And, of course, War Drum user here. I took the one Rebirth Stone that you get for free from the bonus dungeon because I didn't get the second one that you can get from the TNT board here. It's not needed, believe me. And a bunch of Yig Leaves in case Helmet goes down. And one Elfin Elixir for itself, because they're going to run out of MP at some point, because full heal is going to be needed. Anyway, that's our setup. Other thing I want to do is take you onto follow orders, and we're good. Let's start. Yes. We disturb your sleep. We destroy you. Let's start. Okay. It's boss time. Estark is not too bad with our resistances, but he can gang up on you a bit. So for this, well, Smaugin going to always attack. Helmet is virtually always going to be Sage Stoning. Poppet is going to just attack because we're going to be using the drum, and you're better off not bothering with like absorb magic to get MP back. And of course, Idlebee's gonna War Drum. This is gonna go very similar to many other boss fights in the past, except we're gonna need to heal more. Alright, 40s across the board, and yeah, Sage Stone. Okay, attack, Sage Stone, attack, and you need to full heal Helmet. There's a chance that you could probably put Poppet in the second position instead. I might actually try that, since I didn't try it before. Alright, we got cleared. Let's do that. You know what? We're testing it live. So, you guys attack, you guys Sage Stone, and you've got the War Drum. The Sage Stone helps out a lot, but it doesn't cover very well when he double Fire Breaths, since Idlebee takes it badly. And this is a little bit of a danger here, but since Idleby has one Rebirth Stone, we'll focus the heal on Poppet instead. Even though Poppet has better resistances than Idleby. Yeah, Idleby might go down. Ooh, he might survive? Yes, he did it! Good job, Idleby. Okay, attack attacks, heals, and you got to heals yourself. I keep going into a weird accent. I don't know why. Don't mind me. Yeah, the Fire Breath is probably the most dangerous thing. Kaboom adds on, but it's not that bad. And this is why Idleby's probably going to run out of MP at one point. But it's good when he just tries a Disruptive Wave, at least. Because that means then Sage Stone can generally cover the damage. Or at least most of it. Okay, go ahead and War Drum. It's a little weird to have our main healer be the drummer, but it just fits best for us since Idleby doesn't really do damage and needs to... We got Disruptive Wave, right? I can't remember. Well, we gotta heal. Oop, Sage Stone and heal. It's okay. No, we didn't get Disruptive. Kaboom is Sage Stoneable. The Breath's gonna suck. That means Idleby's gotta heal themselves. I debated on maybe giving Idleby the Power Shield just to save MP when they heal themselves or something, but it's not worth it. Just use a damn Elfin Elixir. It's not the end of the world. Alright, Cold Breath is very negligible, because everyone has very good resistance to it. Alright, Idleby does not need to heal this time. What do we want to do? Go ahead and help out. Idleby can't help out too much, but it's something. I'm also pretty impressed that Idleby can survive decently well when they max out so early. I mean, I did give them all the life seeds of resilience seeds, excuse me. So that's going for them a little bit, but I didn't have to hunt for them. I just got the ones from the story and from TNT boards. I did use Idleby for the TNT boards, so that anytime there's a stat up effect, that they'd get them. That, again, just to keep them alive. But yeah, this is generally the strategy. They have very good defenses. Now, someone still might die. Keep that in mind. If he decided to attack twice on the same person, they basically are dead. Alright, this is one of those cases here. I think I'm gonna have you... Staff of Salvation Helmet. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna full heal Poppet. Yeah, Poppet, she's gonna have to do double duty here and there. That's not too bad. Alright, I think Poppet's gonna survive. So you guys go ahead and attack Sage Stone, and you need to go ahead and War Drum. The War Drum makes this a lot easier. Having heavy tank people that can also attack decently, this works well. Oh, a double Kafrizzle, that makes everything even better. You could probably get away with just a mid-heal on Poppet. But yeah, Idleby's gonna need us Elfin Elixir soon. Yep, we're covered. Again, not too threatening. Idleby's got one more full heal left on them. A Disruptive Wave, don't fire. And I'm okay with that. Okay, we're good. Alright, you guys attack Poppet, should survive. You go ahead and War Drum. I mean, Poppet might die, but it's not the end of the world if it does. Especially when he has a Disruptive Wave. See, look at that. Alright, Sage Stone, and you can drum it up again. But yeah, this party might not have the most strategy needed, but it's kind of nice to not need to have too much of a strategy, really, either. It's just, okay, they could take this, so don't worry about it. Especially when Sage Stone covers your covers a lot of your issues. I mean, we had a couple interesting fights early on. Oh, double fire. Idlebee survives. Okay. If Idlebee's at full, they're generally going to survive, but not always. Alright, you two attack. I'm going to have you Elfin Idlebee prematurely, and you go ahead and full heal yourself. This is when we might need to use the Yigdu. Oh, wow. I'm glad I had you Elfin there. Alright, we're going to have to do this without a drum this time. When he attacks, that's the worst thing for him to do to us, really. Fire Breath, the second worst. Kaboom is generally negligible. Alright, now we're going to drum it up. Hopefully he'll Disruptive Wave at least, so that we can catch up with healing. Smalgan. Yeah, this is Yigdu territory. You're still going to Sage Stone. And you go ahead and attack. Yeah, when you have to do the Elfin Elixir, that's when we kind of fall behind on the healing a little. And we're okay. Yeah, I think Smalgan would have died if we didn't do that Yigdu. Alright, yeah, you Sage Stone, and I think we're fine. Smalgan's got decent HP. If he gets double hit, he should survive, unless... Yeah, no, he's okay. Him being immune to Fire Breath, or Breath in general, is amazing. Again, though, I made this party so that they could survive, and we can get one guy to help us big time at the end. And that's what Smalgan really is. And I didn't even have to really grind him up too much. Because he can get some really impressive breath attack. He gets the breath attacks that Estark has at later levels, but I decided, you know what, let's see if we can do it at these levels, and, well, we can. You know what, I'm gonna have you Salvation yourself, because we do need to go ahead and... Oops, War Drum. Puppet is very similar to the Jail Cat in our very first Monster Party run, being kind of a mix of attack and healing, because, well, Jail Cat is actually pretty impressive. You just gotta grind it pretty well. I think that was a Disruptive Wave, because I wasn't paying full attention. Nah, I was wrong. It was just double Cold Breath. Oh well. Idlebee doesn't have to do much anyway. Well, they're gonna have to heal themselves this time, but that's alright. But yeah, it's a very interesting party, because our main healer is the one that maxes out early and doesn't have much MP. But with the Resistance Gang, I guess you could call this, we're fine. Boop, boop. Go ahead, heal, and full heal. Alright, Kaboom's not too bad. But yeah, you could see the damage is not that bad at all. And you go ahead and full heal Smalgan. I wasn't expecting to be able to utilize some of that so slow with the Sage Stone, but he's got very good resistances and very good health. He only has 6 more levels before he's maxed out, as it is, too. That we can get away with this. We don't need to heal how much. And there you go! That's it for Estark. It ended up being pretty easy. I mean, I did expect things to get easier once Smalgan joined the party, but for the most part, we ended up not needing him that much. I mean, just to speed up some of the battle, that's about it. As for... I think the hardest fight we really did have was maybe, what was it, Bjorn, because he was mostly about the main attack damage and all, like regular physical attacks, which is where the party kind of is a little bit in trouble, since both Smalgan and Helmet really can't equip very good equipment, and Idlebee maxed out early, so... In any case, that's it for Monster Party 5. Wow, jeez. I keep forgetting that it's 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next challenge run. Have a good one. Bye-bye.